Quick! Go!
What the? Now you're gonna get it.
God! Quick!
How my heart.
Good day to you. What is it, you scoundrel?
I heard you have some clothes here that belong to Miller Crazel.
You're damn right I do. They're here waiting for him. Only I had to put them away in a chest in the loft. So I don't have to be constantly reminded of the debt Crazel racked up here. Taking his bloody time he is, the bastard. Those rags have been here for so long, the rats have got into them. Why do you care about them so much anyway?
The miller mentioned them. Said I could take them.
Are you his new lackey or what? Did Zinnek start to get on his nerves?
Well,
Look, I don't really care who takes them. They're a bunch of boring rags. But if you only knew how much work it was to wash out them particular black stains and sew up the burn holes, and most of all, to wash out that awful stench of rotten eggs, blah. Along with Crazel's debt, it'll cost you this much, including the price of soap.
come on, Dorothy.
What is it?
Well, I'm sure I could get you the groschen. I have a feeling you prefer a more steady supply of silver.
What do you mean?
You're looking at a fellow who meets with all sorts of important people in the region. And these people ask him, "Where did you get such beautifully clean clothes, good sir?" And he honestly answers, "Well, from Dorothy Angeliov, of course. She washes your clothes so gently and thoroughly, you'll feel like you're wrapped in a feather quilt. And trust me, I'm willing to pay for a comfort like that."
And this fella's supposed to be you? I'm not sure. Or are you trying to tell me that if I was I wouldn't be surprised if you and... Either way, if you want them...
About Crazel...
You seem right... Oh, we had to...
I might be in...
Well, it seems...
And I'm not... Quick!
Ka! Ka!
Go!
Ka!
Go!
Never saw that coming.
Take that Jesus! I'm hit! Quick! Go! Quick! God! Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Fair maidens and women of virtue, gather round
Greetings to
and
you.
listen.
And at least
I
I
have
fuck,
to
and
warn
like
you
whom?
about the ranger
God bless you.
and
Greetings.
God's
Do you need...
cruelty and wickedness. You may say that God created Adam, all men in His image, so they can't be all that bad. But that's just what they want you to think. They're the
That you're just letting them sit there? Silly doggy.
Can I get something to eat and a place to sleep?
I don't know. And for how long?
I'd like to stay longer.
It can be arranged. Payments
Agreed. Here's the money.
agreed then. Your bed's ready. And
Where can I find my room?
it's upstairs, right behind the stairs on the left. It's easy to find. There's a green...
Good boy.
Maybe, because I don't think you'll be able to solve my problem. God bless you.
Turn left at the molehill. Greetings.
I heard you.
They're here, so I don't. Taking is. Why do you care?
The miller.
Are you?
Well,
Look, but if you, and most of all, along with. What is it?
wouldn't you update? You know,
Cursed?
well, I'm not sure how well.
I know he's an odd bloke.
He's also in love with you.
He's in.
He enchanted them. Did you sense something in me?
All I sense in the air.
Well,
Don't if you pay off.
I'd like to.
Certainly.
I'd like you to give me.
Heck,
I'll
you. God bless.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
You silly doggy.
How can I help you?
About.
You seem. Oh, we had to.
What?
Well, it's.
Fine.
I told you. That's including the deck. Here's the key to the chest in the loft. What are you giving?
I wouldn't drink. Damn. These are some fine thieving clothes.
Ave Maria.
Heal! Go! There now. Quick! Go! God! Quick! Sick!
Hey, what are you lying here for? He's dead! Bless your arse, good.
Come here! But damn! That weakling was useless! Ka! Ka! Quick! 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 Ka! Go! Ja!
Greetings.
Greetings. You too.
God bless you.
Good day.
Quick! You must be Zinnek. Am I right?
Who's asking?
Crazel sent me. He wants me to get the document they took from you at the rat house.
Well, good luck with that, brother in the trade. They took it from me with all the stolen stuff because they thought it was part of the loot. I told them I had it before I robbed that merchant, but they wouldn't listen. They locked it all in a chest full of other stolen things in the rat house jail. You could get there from the courtyard behind the rat house. It's right under the guardhouse. Or you could get there from behind the tavern, alongside the fence. As soon as you find the stairs leading down, you'll know you're in the right place.
Who has the key to the chest?
Well, actually I had one, but when the guards shook me down, I must have dropped it. It was in the chamber next door to the one with the chest. They've got a pretty soft bed in there, I tell you. The key must have fallen under it.
Is that the only key?
No, of course not. Almost every guard in Troskowitz has one. Take it from one of them who's got his back turned. Or one who snuck off somewhere for a nap.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
Wait, before you go, you do know how to pickpocket, right?
I'm still learning.
Talk to Crazel then. He taught me everything I know. See you soon, my friend.
Go! Cha! 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 Go!
Greetings, how can I help?
Crazel said you'd teach me to pick pockets.
Alright, follow me. No dallying, alright? Got things to do today, and not a lot of time for you.
Let's begin.
Not so fast. You're new here, so here's some advice before we get started.
I'm listening.
First of all, rich or poor, most folks carry their things in a pouch either in front or in the back. The front one holds keys, coin, and other small items.
And the rest is in the back.
Exactly. Now, this is important. Don't steal from the front pouch unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
Well, what if I need something from it? Like a key to a chest?
You can try taking it from behind. It'll be more difficult, but it's manageable if you're careful enough. Show me how nimble your fingers are then.
All right, let's do it.
So what then? I don't have all day. Have you started yet? Ah, you messed that one up. Try again.
Done.
Very nice. I didn't notice you at all, and that's exactly what you want. Now give back what you took.
Here you go. What now?
That's it. It's a simple art. But if you want, you can give it another try.
Yes.
Get...
I've got it.
Good.
I'd rather try takedowns.
Do you want to start from where we ended last time?
Let's continue.
All right, let's kill two... One more time? One more time?
Yes, please.
Ow, ow, ow! You've got some strength in those arms. I wasn't even aware of it. One more time? What the? Where are you sticking your hands, you thief? You'd better pay me compensation, you blackguard!
Easy. Let's talk about this.
Not only are you want me...
I saw it after all.
Well, let it go this...
Do my eyes deceive me, or is it... What are the odds of that? We meet again!
Riddler Barley.
The very same! And I have a new riddle!
I'm curious to hear what you have up your sleeve today.
I'll tell you, but first we have to decide what's at stake. You solved the last riddle, and I'll...
All right. Let's bet. Tell me what you're...
But you're perhaps...
I'm afraid I'm a...
Me too. You're still here?
You look like you know your way around.
That if it's a meal you're after. I had the luckiest dice in I can still smell the hot...
I'm a...
Me too.
Go! God!
Hey, good people! Now you'll learn that the church is rotten.
God! Go! Ka! Da! Go! Ka! Da! Good doggy. Good boy. The offer of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Krazel's document.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! You can shove that up your ass!
The crime doesn't pay!
I'll hack you up like you deserve!
What would I be looking for?
Come here! You want to try me?
You keep resisting! I've all the right in the world to execute you on the spot!
Do it!
Show what you're made
Don't
of!
think I won't cut you to pieces!
Light him up!
Punishment by the blade, my favourite.
I'll rip you!
Did I imagine it?
The offer of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Crazel's document. Quick! Go! Gah! Gah! Gah!
Hail, fellows!
Quick! Gah! Gah! Quick! Gah! 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 Go! Quick! Quick! Gah! Gah!
Christ, what a day. Good day to you.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent.
Judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in...
But don't forget about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and although that's something anyone with a grain of sense. Now show it to me, so I can... Good.
What now? Did you hear me?
Sorry. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for... And maybe.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need...
Don't worry.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me. But, besides, things are about to get real...
Enough. I'm sick of listening. Supposing you first initiate me into this isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak.
Devilish? You guessed it. They say alchemy. I'm of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
To make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret a golem statue in down. Basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Shit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Sacks. But he'd have the strength of 10 men.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's done enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. I've no doubt that if our great holy Mother Church had been around at the time, all the apostles would have been...
So a golem, you say, made of flap?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me? You promised...
You already know that you can learn the practical application. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin.
See now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some...
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
This has something to do with the alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young Semine?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look. That you can point me in the right direction. And also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So this Bonnie is some kind of witch who's in...
Bonnie is someone I trust without... Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. And you don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, she'll tell you the rest herself. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only...
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself... Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick... She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along.
So the lair.
Fuck you!
God be with you, neighbor.
Good day.
Are you going to do laundry today?
I don't think so.
Careful!
Greetings!
Good day to you.
Good to see you, friend.
Good morning.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
The Wolf of Skalitz.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like, but I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No, I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, that's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn, and that is... When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience, like as if he's lived for hundreds of years.
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before they're all over the chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the styes in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Well,
Masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
just didn't tell me shit.
Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Ah, the gravedigger Ignatius. I've already met him. He lives outside Troskowitz in the direction of Apollonia, right?
Aye, that's him.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskowitz Butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
Why do you work for them?
Because he pays well, and don't care how much coin I make.
You mean by stealing?
And he doesn't ask any...
What did you do before?
I got by any way I could. Believe it or not,
You? A nun? Well, why not? I was in the cloisters myself for a while.
Oh well, different people have different fates. But we all ended up here anyway, in the armpit of the...
What do you think about Crazel?
You're another one of those that don't know if they should love him or hate him, right? Crazel is his own man. Once you learn to get along with him, you can't help but admire him a bit. But sometimes, he's unbearable as soon as he opens his mouth.
What do you know about the Troskowitz gravedigger?
He's a pretty tough old bird. He follows the rule, I'll treat you the way you treat me. And he appreciates when a fella's direct and open. But I probably wouldn't tell him everything about us. So,
Bonnie, the most honest girl I know, sent me. I'd like to see some dead animals as models for painting a church fresco. A scene from the apocalypse.
That might be a bit much. But you learn fast.
How was the saltpeter collection and tasting again? Sounds pretty disgusting.
It wasn't so bad. Xena kept whining about it, but being a saltpeter collector, it has its benefits. When you go and clean someone's sty, they don't pay much attention to you and leave their purses and chests unattended. We made a pretty decent amount on the side.
What, by stealing?
Confiscating property for the greater glory of God. I hate the term stealing.
Just like Crazel. Tell me something more about Zinnek.
He's Andy, that's for sure. But also a bit of a fool. To be honest, I don't care for Crazel's horseshit most of the time either. I do this job because it's fun. Unlike Zinnek. He does everything for his own good. Doesn't give... Actually, he really pisses me off with his attitude. And he entertains himself by coming up with the stupidest nicknames for me. Dunger, for instance. What kind of a bloody awful name is Dunger?
Oh, lovely. And what does he call himself?
Scruffy. Or Jan, Nicholas, Franz, Peter, Jakub. The most bland, everyday names. He tries to be careful, but then he opens his big mouth and fucks it all up, just like in Troskowitz.
What is this lair place?
Crazel built a stall so all them honest, curious people in the mill, the likes of Hensel, wouldn't have to worry their little heads about what we're doing here.
You mean behind that boarded up door in the cliff?
We're definitely not doing anything there right now. Because of the mess in there. I told Zenek to clean it up. I think he wants to see if the place will get so rotten that saltpeter will bloom on the walls. See you later, my friend.
Quick! Quick!
Do I know?
I've been waiting for you.
But!
Christ! These cramps are horrible. What could have caused them?
Fuck you!
No, you don't!
Hey! Fuck that! Mutt!
Hey! Fuck that! Too slow! No, you don't!
Go! Go!
Come and hear something you won't.
Quick! Quick! God! God! Quick! Go! God! God! Quick! Go! Quick! Go! Quick!
Coins one more time up our screen.
Maybe we can sneak some wine in next time. That would make it more bearable.
Or just say sod it. and
What's
let
that
go.
noise?
What are you talking about?
Can I help? Hey! What are you doing here?
Hell.
You're not
Or a
allowed.
never-ending.
Was that
boring
you?
Mass.
Ah,
What's the difference?
never mind then.
God grant you health.
Good day. What's that noise?
What is it you need? What is it you need? Good day to you.
Greetings to you two. You rude little beast.
God bless you.
Back again? Go away! That's it. And next time, don't go creeping around.
talk about the
Alright.
How's this?
Look. Aye. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
Quick! Go!
Greetings to you.
How's life treating you, Ignatius?
A lot better than it's treating my customers, I must say. Come to think of it, the only thing that pisses me off is that once I kick the bucket, there won't be a single experienced gravedigger to put me to rest. Aye, the shoemaker's children go barefoot, as they say. All the young folks these days care about is making coin. Nobody's interested in the honest trade of grave digging anymore.
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
What's the story with the dead people?
The story? They're dead. What more is there to tell?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here recently, right?
Well, it ain't usual for people to get offed by the cartload out here in the sticks, if you ask me. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Hadn't really thought about it that way.
That might be the reason, then, hey?
What?
Look, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of people dying. If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be no one left to bury.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job, eh? What are your duties?
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging. Not something you see every day.
Well, I'm only asking. No real reason.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no wonder I can't find any help.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't cut out for this trade.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it a mile away.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. A sense of duty ain't enough. It's a service, a labour of love, and the meaning of life all in one, lad.
Have you been a gravedigger your whole life? Have you ever thought of changing your trade?
I did think about it once, if I'm honest. I wanted to be a knacker in Yitchin, but some fool with friends in high places got the job, though he can't even tell a shovel from a spade. That really pissed me off, so I said, fuck it. Why would I want to dig graves for people who don't appreciate my craft?
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it? Do you think I get bored here? Not recently, I don't. But I think I told you that already.
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen a few conciliation crosses around here. What do they mean?
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sins of man came to be regretted later.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Aye, like when a fella buries an axe in someone's head over something stupid and then comes to regret it. Or if the law sees to it that he regrets it. The sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross to mark the site of his evil deed.
Where does he get the cross from?
Where do you think? From me.
You're in charge of that too? Stone cutting?
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft sandstone around here, it's child's play.
So they're all your work?
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. Most of these here are right old. You might find a few stories about them in the village chronicle what's kept at the rat house. All I know is a young fella once jumped off the cliffs near Takoff, and folks say the place is cursed.
Do you know any more stories?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling you any. I'm not an old fishwife.
Unfortunately, I had to bury both my parents recently.
My condolences, lad.
Thank you. I just don't know if it was done right.
Did you witness their deaths?
Unfortunately. They were killed in front of my eyes.
Oh, I understand that's never easy. But if you closed their eyes and buried them in consecrated ground, you've nothing to worry about.
I dug their grave next to our smithy. We didn't have a church in our village.
Well, that can't be avoided sometimes. Don't let it bother you. As long as you picked the spot with good intentions, that's all that matters. I'm certain their souls went straight to heaven. You needn't worry. You did everything right, lad.
Have you heard any news?
There's something new every day. Death roams these parts, with me following close behind.
Do you know what happened with the bodies from near the pond? Tankard, Conrad.
Who?
Well, you wouldn't know their names. A couple of soldiers that fell there. Where are they buried?
Oh, aye. I remember them. They all ended up in a pit together right by the cemetery. All I got was a yellow waffen rock for the effort. Getting 'em out of there was a grind. They was well fed. You could tell right away they was from better parts than this here county.
Yeah, you're right. They're a long way from home.
Not to worry. Earth is earth, wherever it is.
Are you and the herb woman related? You both look, well, really old.
We're not related. We both got some years behind us, and we both unclean in our own ways. That's all we have in common. Different herb women came to me from time to time for hangman's nooses or nails from the gallows. What they do with them is their own business. I'm just a trader. But Bozhena ain't like the others. She's an honest herb woman. who only heals with herbs and prayers. Do you know why they chased her out of town?
I do. On account of Yakesh's son.
There's a place called Limbus Infantium. Make sure you never send anyone there. Not even by accident, like Bozhena did with Yarushek.
Well, I don't think I'll be going into the midwifery trade, but I get you. Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Yeah, something like that. At night you hear the cries of tormented souls and catch the whiff of sulphur.
Well, that I can't help you with.
Not to worry. It's actually just a hole with some rotting carcasses in it. These white crystals form in it. And that's exactly what we're after.
You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
Oh, dragging carcasses, but so be it.
Grave digging is a job like any other, and if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal.
Of course. I'm just a little worried about what people will say. I wouldn't like to lose the honour I've earned as squire.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my nice and early?
Let's get this over.
Didn't you understand me? Like I said, be here at daybreak.
I understand.
Didn't you understand? Like I said, be here at daybreak. Greetings, how's life? Come, all. You got, ain't it? We're all.
Being a... Well, I'm only...
That,
Are you...
no,
And how...
you've got,
Could you do...
I'm not.
That's an interest...
Or if the word, wait, you're,
So they're all...
you might, or,
What's the...
well, it ain't.
I don't know.
I might be, look, if, well,
Sounds a bit...
not all, I picked that, it's so,
Have you been... So you...
and what,
My... Thank you.
did you wit,
Unfortunately...
well, I'm,
Oh,
shall we,
no, on it.
from
Assault... Nah, these what...
you should have, I'm going to go,
Really?
not even I have some, at least what,
You want me to help?
why not?
I have a bet...
I won't say no. Oh, now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Samina are interested in it, I'm not just going to... But thanks for the meat. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or... And if it wasn't for us knackers...
Of course. I'm just a little worried about what... I wouldn't like to...
Don't worry about what people say. So what then? Shall we take a nice and early? Like I said,
Is there some place I can wait?
of course, if you've got nothing better to do. If you know how to read, I have a book hidden in the outhouse I got of a dead fella. In fact, you can keep it. All I can...
And where can I sleep?
At the inn in Truskowitz. Get a good breakfast there, too. Here's a little something so you know I take care of my helper.
Quick! Gah! God! 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 God!
The Lord be with you.
Christ, where did I put it? Quick! Go! I don't know if I'm completely ready for this, but let's get going.
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him. In any case, heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us. Did I bring that stuff for Visor? Meat? Bane? Aesop? Got it all. Good. Up. Come on then, get a move on. We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Not exactly. I'm not even from this region. I'm only doing some work for the miller.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that bunny of yours belong to that gang too?
Unfortunately, she does. Crazel ordered Bonnie and her accomplice Zinnek to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties, and when they had a chance to loiter about in the yards here in the region, well, they made good use of the opportunity to line their purses.
Hey, hey, hey. What have I gotten myself into in my twilight years? Lower Samine's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk, some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone. Whoa, boys, whoa! Come on. Come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
I can't see a thing through those bushes.
You'll go and have a close look. Don't worry. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Finally. At least we're not blocking the road too much.
Heel! Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
No idea what you're on about. Hey,
I want to talk to you.
over here.
I'm coming.
Move it!
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
2 stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
Ignatius is telling the truth. There are all sorts of types causing trouble in these parts, not just from Lower Samine. Ignatius and I thank you for taking on the job of guarding the roads, making sure that honest, if somewhat grubby tradesmen stay safe.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, thanks.
Really good work, lad. Well, time waits for no man. Let's all carry on with our duties, eh?
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them 2 thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas. Maybe...
Do you want to keep going or not?
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out, and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on, and let's go. Don't worry. That was just a kind of little favour for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jdar with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
And then Satan himself appeared in the sky. Happens all the time.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly. Lazy bones.
You need help getting to the bed?
Sit! Heel! Come here! Jesus, this is disgusting.
Oh well.
Jesus, this is disgusting.
Poor things. A waste of good meat.
Pigs are heavier than deer, eh?
It really wasn't a curse. No wonder the pigs caught.
Well, what do you know? I'll give you a hand.
Pretty hefty, eh? They lived like royalty here.
What now?
I took care of the carcasses. We can drive on.
Nice work. There's even a bit of meat left for me.
Yeah, you'd eat that. They've been lying there God knows how long.
But nicely in the coal. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, you won't be eating it, so don't worry about it. Let's keep going. Seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today. So far it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then you've got to put down some creature so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones. Yeah! Yeah!
Someone here can't hold his drink.
What do you want, Ignatius?
We were picking up some carcasses near
I learned from the
so
best.
I thought I'd stop by.
I can drink
How are
like
you getting
nobody's
on?
business.
Everyone's getting on my fucking nerves these days.
Nothing's changed then, eh?
Oh, Sakra! The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to? Barking. He's coming from over there.
Henry, how come you're here?
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The gravedigger wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus! And are you going to do it?
Well, what else can I do? You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the houses in the county.
Shit. It's all gone sour.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the saltpeter pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor creature. I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You surely know how to pick him. Your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horseman, would you?
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better I'll take him to the...
Hurry off now.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
Yourself. Do you want me to take you to bed?
Oh, thanks, my friend. But I'm not in the mood for any funny business right now. I need to sleep. I just don't know where. It's taken care of.
Taken care of?
I set the dog.
For fuck's... We were supposed to get rid of it.
Bonnie from the mill came and took the dog.
Well, fuck me. How much...
Oh, she'll take better care of him than Baysar did.
I surely fucking... Because if he runs off and ravages... Let's go before we start...
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy. Slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not. True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitre you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. The miller will probably send some people here.
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpeter.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful riffraff. Take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm pushing up daisies myself.
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be my fate. I'll live at the cemetery, build piles of carcasses, and eat bread with saltpeter.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again, either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see. You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Look at me. I'm the Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold. Salty. This must be it.